students, today we are going to discuss chapter 11, the human eye and the colorful world. Human eye, it is one of the most valuable and sensitive sense organ. Okay, students, what is a human eye? It is one of the most valuable and sensitive sense organs, which enables us to see the wonderful, beautiful, and colorful world. Okay, that means with the help of this eye, we can enjoy this wonderful, beautiful, and colorful world around us. Our eyes has many parts, many different parts. There you can see pupil, iris, cornea, retina, and optical nerves, ciliary muscles. Okay, what are the parts of a human eye? Pupil, iris, cornea, retina, optical nerves, and ciliary muscles. You see, when light enters, when light comes, that light is entered into our eyes with the help of cornea. Okay, and what is cornea? It is the transparent membrane on the front portion of the eyeball through which light enters into the eye. Understood? That means with the help of cornea, light enters into our eyes. Next, iris. Iris is an opaque circular diagram. It controls the size of the pupil. Okay, what is the function of pupil? What is the function of iris? Iris controls the size of the pupil. Okay, but next it comes, what is pupil? It is also a part of the human eye. It is a small central hole in the iris. You can say iris also, which becomes smaller in bright light and opens up in dim light. Understood? What is a pupil? Pupil is a small central hole in the iris which becomes smaller in bright light. That means when light becomes bright, it becomes smaller, and when light becomes dim, then it opens. You see, we have a lens. Okay, so what type of lens are present in our eyes? Our eye consists converging lens. And where it is situated, this lens situated behind the iris. Okay, human eye consists a converging lens, and it is situated behind the iris, but this lens made up of fibrous and jelly-like material. Okay, human eye lens made up of fibrous and jelly-like material. Then next, retina. It is a delicate light sensitive membrane. Okay, what is a retina? Retina is a delicate light sensitive membrane on the back wall of the eyeball. Okay, on the wall, on the back wall of the eyeball. Then what is a retina? The retina is a delicate membrane. Okay, then this retina have many number of light sensitive cells. Okay, that means retina contains some sensitive cells. When the light sensitive cells get activated upon illumination and generate electrical signals, these signals are then sent to the brain with the help of optic nerves. Understood, students? What is a retina? The retina is a delicate membrane. Retina contains so many numbers of light sensitive cells. The light sensitive cells get activated upon illumination. Okay, when these cells activated, it upon illuminate. Okay, upon illuminations, and immediately generate electrical signals. Then these electrical signals immediately sent to the brain with the help of optic nerves. The brain then interprets. Okay, the brain then interprets these signals and finally processes the information which objects are there. Understood? You see, retina. Retina is a what? Delicate membrane. Retina contains so many numbers of light sensitive cells. These light sensitive cells get activated upon illumination and immediately generate electrical signals. These signals are sent to the brain via optical nerves. Okay, Then the brain interprets these signals and finally processes the information so that we perceive object as they are. Understood? So these are the parts of the human eye. Then what are the parts of the human eye? Pupil, iris, cornea, retina, optical nerves and ciliary muscles. So all these parts of the human eye have definite functions. Again you see, have you read a colored pages? If you hold a book very closer to your eyes, can you read a printed page? By holding it very close to your eyes, definitely you cannot read, because these printed pages, that means the printed letters are blurred. Okay, the printed image of the alphabet of the words being blurred, and also at the same time we feel little bit strains in the eye. So if we are going to hold a printed page very close to the eyes, we cannot read. Okay, that means it should have minimum distance. Okay, it should have a minimum distance at which objects can be seen most distinctly without strain. That is called near point. Understood? That is called what? Near point. Then how much distance it is? It is minimum 25 centimeter. That means if an object is at a distance of 25 centimeter from your eyes, then you can read. Okay, you can read clearly. Then this is called what? Near point. Again you look, we can see, if we look to your front, then we may look up to infinity. We may look up to infinity. Then what is this infinity? This is our farthest point. Okay, that means near point is 25 centimeter and farthest point is infinity. That means we can see between, human eye can see an object between infinity and 25 centimeter. If less than 25 centimeter, if an object is less than 25 centimeter from your eyes, then you cannot see the objects properly, because the image of that object at your eyes will blurred, and also you will feel little bit strain So it should have minimum distance. That minimum distance is how much? 25 centimeter, which is called near point. You see, our eye lens is composed of a fibrous jelly-like material. Our eyes made up of fibrous and jelly-like material. So then, if it is lens, if we are going to say it is lens, then definitely it should have focal length. Okay, definitely it should have focal length. Then the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called power of accommodation. Okay, power of accommodation. The ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called power of accommodation. Understood? What is power of accommodation? The ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called accommodation. Then again it comes, you see, some people can see nearby objects distinctly, and some people can see far object clearly. So some people can read nearby objects but cannot read distant object. But some people can see the distant object clearly but cannot see nearby objects clearly. Then what are these? What are these? Why some person can see nearby objects, cannot see distant objects, but some people, why some people can see the distant objects, cannot see the distant object? Definitely that people have suffering in some eye disease. Okay, that means defects. That means that persons have some defects at their eyes. So there are three types of defects of vision. There are three types of defects of vision. They are what? Myopia, hypermetropia, and presbyopia. Okay, what are the defects of vision? The defects of vision are myopia, hypermetropia, and presbyopia. Okay, so but these defects can be cured. Okay, but these defects definitely can be cured. Okay, then let us discuss what is a myopia. A person can see nearby objects clearly. Okay, if a person can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see distant object distinctly, then that person is suffering in myopia disease. Understood? If a person suffers in myopia, then that person can read nearby objects, that means can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see distant objects distinctly. Then how that defects can be cured? How that defects can be cured? Then that disease can be cured with a concave lens of suitable power. Okay, what type of lens to be used to cure myopic disease? Concave lens, but suitable power. Understood? But why a person suffers in myopic disease? That means why a person defects of myopia? You see, these defects may arise due to number one, excessive curvature of the eyelids. If eyelids become more curvature, then that person may suffer in myopia. Number two, elongation of the eyeball. Okay, elongation of the eyeball. Then when a person suffers in myopia, if becomes excessive curvature of the eyelids, if the eyelids become excessive curvatures. Number two, if the eyeball become elongation. Okay, then how these defects can be cured? These defects can be cured with the help of concave lens of suitable power. Understood? Next, hypermetropia. Next defect is hypermetropia. That means if a person can see distant object clearly but cannot see nearby objects distinctly. Understood? If a person can see distant objects clearly but cannot see nearby objects distinctly, then that person is suffered in hypermetropia. But this hypermetropia can be cured. Okay, this hypermetropia can be cured. How this hypermetropia can be cured? This hypermetropia disease can be cured by using a convex lens of appropriate power, suitable power. Okay, you see, myopia disease can be corrected with concave lens of suitable power. Myopia disease can be cured with a concave lens. Okay, concave lens. But hypermetropia defects can be cured with using a convex lens of appropriate power. But why a person suffers in hypermetropia? A person may suffer in hypermetropia if the focal length of the eye lens is too long. Okay, if the focal length of the eye lens is too long. Number 2, if the eyeball has become too small. If the eyeball becomes too small, then also a person may suffer in hypermetropia. Okay? Then when a person may suffer in hypermetropia, if the focal length of the eye lens is too long. Number 2, if the eyeball has become too small. Then this hypermetropia we can correct how? By using a what type of lens? Convex lens of suitable power. Understood? Next, presbyopia. Next disease is presbyopia. So, generally, where this presbyopia disease can come at old age. Okay, at old age. When the near point gradually recedes away. Generally, at old age, the near point gradually recedes away. So, that a person difficult to see nearby objects comfortably and distinctly. Okay, without correcting eyeglasses, then that type of disease are called presbyopia. Okay, you see presbyopia, it is also a defect of human eye, but this defect generally it comes at the old age. Okay, at the old age. Generally, at the old age, the near point gradually recedes away. When near point gradually recedes away, then that person get difficult to see nearby objects comfortably and distinctly. Then that type of defect is called presbyopia. But why a person suffers in presbyopia at old age? Because at old age, the ciliary muscles become weak. Okay, become weak and diminishing flexibility of the eye lens. Okay, why a person suffers in presbyopia? A person may suffers in presbyopia because at old age the ciliary muscles become weak and diminishing flexibility of the eye lens. But there is also another type of defects. Sometimes a person may suffer from both hypermetropia and myopia, both. Okay, but some people at a time may suffer in myopia as well as to the hypermetropia. Then at that time, it requires bifocal lenses. Okay, that means by using bifocal lenses, such type of disease can be cured. So bifocal lenses consist of concave lens as well as convex lens, because in myopia we use concave, and in hypermetropia we use convex lens. That means by using concave lens we can cure myopia disease, and by using convex lens we can cure hypermetropia. But if a person suffers to both disease at that moment, that person should be use bifocal lens. That means concave and convex both. Upper portion consists of concave lens and lower part is convex lens. Okay, upper portion is concave lens and lower portion is convex lens. Okay, then today we have discussed what is an eye, what are the parts of the eye, and what are the defects of vision defects of vision, and what is far point, what is near point, and what is power of accumulation. Understood?